This is Ikechukwu Ndupu, your host, Diet for Professionals. Our focus in today's broadcast is professionals and training. Now, we will narrow it down to a topic, the training that matters for any professional to be more effective. We will take a text from the Bible quickly. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 10. If the iron be blunt, and he do not whet the edge, then must he put to more strength. But wisdom is profitable to direct. Like the New King James will tell you, wisdom brings success. So it is evident, for example, you have a knife and you need to maybe cut your bread. You notice that the knife is blunt. As you apply, you'll be applying more strength because the knife is not sharp. But instead of wasting that time, why not go and sharpen your knife? When you sharpen your knife, just a little touch, it will cut it off. So it is when it has to do with your professional life. In your career, you need to sharpen yourself. And there are two very important areas you need to sharpen. Number one is what? Your job skill. Then the other part is what? Leadership. Now, the focus of job skill is what? Tax management. When they give you a tax, that tax that is focused on a particular kind of job, you need to have enough skill on that job to be more effective. Then when you look at the aspect of leadership skill, if you are given a job to coordinate a group of people who are doing similar tasks, because the focus of that is growth, not just you, more larger opportunity or tasks. You won't be able to achieve more because you don't have a leadership skill. Now we're going to be running through this very fast so that you can understand how it works. For the job skill, for the first one, you talk about SWOT analysis. Like what we do in HR these days, you don't talk about just staff recruitment. Because if you talk about staff recruitment, you can't just pick any staff to come and do any job. Most jobs that are advertised, they talk about eligibility status, they talk about educational qualification. But fundamentally, eligibility status narrows down to the task. They even show you the job description. So no company just go to hire anybody. They hire based on the task they want to be solved. So what they now do is what? Talent acquisition. So the first important area you look at in developing your job skill is SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis, SWOT, strength, weakness, opportunity, then threat. If you are going to improve your job skill, then you need to narrow and know what your job is and what matches you. Not all job, you don't match all jobs. You don't go for all jobs. You go for a job that matches you. The job that you can do because of where you have built your what? Effectiveness. So when you look at it from the other side too of the leadership skill, you talk about empathy. You can't have empathy with people where you don't have empathy to everybody. But you will have empathy with people who do similar jobs with you. So most times you take up leadership in an area you have also have an underlying experience. For example, if you have a job skill of marketing, it will be easier for you to have empathy for marketers. So you can lead a team of marketers to achieve that goal. So let's go quickly. The second one for the job skill is education. There are different forms of education. We have the formal, informal, and semi-formal. The formal education, of course, we know going through the walls of the school. you take up, get certificates and all that. But the other side too, the informal, is when you take up certifications outside the normal formal education. Then the other part of the semi-formal is the ones you now get. Sometimes someone say from the street, but sometimes too it has to practically be, maybe you get from your house, your father, your mother, or your uncle, or your loved ones. Okay, so that is what it is. Now when you compare it in the leadership aspect, what you do, the kind of training you do is you get competence. And what is the focus of competence? That competence training leadership is what? Problem solving. Every leader is a problem solver. So the more, because the focus of leadership skill is growth, the more, because there are growth challenges, the more the organization is growing, and in a lot of issues that are coming to it to solve, they need more leaders so that they can share problem solving. So the goal of competence is what? Problem solving. So as a leader, the more you grow in competence, it means that you are growing in the ability to solve problems. Then we go to the third one, when it has to do with job skill. The third one there is what? Efficiency or proficiency, as the case may be. What is the key there? The key there is what? Constant practice. You will never be proficient in your job or your task if you don't practice regularly. So you don't only depend on what you do at work for you to be proficient. So sometimes too, you go home, you practice it over and over and over and over again, so that you can perfect your skill there. So whatever job you are given, it has to be an everyday, like as you are sleeping, waking up, you are doing the same thing, so that you can master the skill there. So when you compare it in the area of leadership, we talk about capacity. Capacity, the focus of capacity there is result. As a leader, you need to what? Take up more new challenges. Don't be afraid of new challenges. What new challenges do to you is to enlarge your what? Capacity. Your result ability. Your ability to get more bigger results. Then you talk about the fourth one in job skill. The fourth one in job skill there is endurance test. As for you to do well or improve in your job skill, you will be passed through stronger endurance test. What's the goal there? They put more pressure on you to instill discipline. They put more pressure. So sometimes the more pressure you go through in your job, what it's actually doing is what? Is stretching your elasticity, stretching your endurance, checking you out there, so that you can what? Have more stronger discipline. Now, if you compare in the area of leadership skill there, what is being developed now in the aspect of leadership skill is character. What was character? What's the goal? What's the focus of character? The focus of character is practically on you getting stability. A leader should be stable. At every time, you are stable. You are not getting result at a particular level. After a while, you reduce. No, you have to develop what? Tenacity and character to be able to be stable. And it helps you to cultivate integrity. So if you as a leader, you don't have character, or you are not developing your character, you will not be growing as a leader. Then finally, for the area of job skill, we talk about mentorship or apprenticeship. So what is the focus there? The focus there for you in your job is for there to be a transfer of skill. You cannot know everything practicing alone. You cannot know everything reading alone. You will know more, or even it will close up time for you if there is a transfer of skill from someone who is already ahead of you. Then when you compare it in the aspect of leadership skill, what is being developed in this time is what? People management skill and teamwork. Because the focus of leadership skill generally is growth. So for you to get more result, because if you improve yourself on people management skill and teamwork, what it will do to you as a leader is that you will multiply your results. So the goal there is what? To multiply results. So when you compare these 5 skill here that develops you in your job skill and the 5 that develops you in your leadership skill, these are the areas you need to work on. You need to know your job skill. Then you need to have leadership skill for you to confront bigger challenges that has to do with numbers. This is where we're going to stop in today's broadcast. See you again next week. Don't forget your host, Ikechukwu Ndupu, Diet for Professionals. If you want to chat us up or call us, our numbers is in front of the handle there, the video. Just chat us up and you will get whatever you're looking for. Thank you.